Do you find it difficult to come up with content ideas for your podcast? Or perhaps you've gotten stuck during an interview with a guest where you just have nothing to ask anymore? Try Poddex today. Poddex is the best all-in-one podcast idea generation tool. You get everything from podcast ideas to interesting conversation starters for interviews, engaging discussions, for your live streams, and even social media content ideas. With this tool, you don't have to spend weeks trying to come up with content for an episode or unique questions for your guests. Just shuffle the cards and pick one at random. Hit the record button and get started. Now you can make better content, have more fun while you're at it, and get your viral moment, all with Poddex. Head over to poddex.com and use code C4C. Once again, poddex.com and use code C4C. Hi, I am Raphael Harry. I am the host of White Label American Podcast, and this is my participation in the C4 Challenge with the Content Creators of Color Collective. I am going to be answering 5 questions from amazing content creators and sometimes everyday people who inspire me or are just relatable in one way or the other. So enjoy, and I hope you get to learn something about me, and also check out the people who asked me questions. Thank you. Okay, day 14, and we have Mrs. Maronga. You'll be hearing from my husband later on. She's the wife of the General Mutombo. He did not give me her names, so I can't give you the proper shout out, Madam. So I'll just call you Madam. But thank you for the questions, and I appreciate you. So she's representing the Somali community, and I look forward to having you on the podcast eventually. Question number 1. Who are the 3 people who have been the most influential to you? My missus, my madam. That's a tough one though. Quite a few people have been influential to me. The black guy who tips, Rod and Karen. Well, I think I'll just go with those 3 that I've mentioned for now. Question number 2. What is your unique skill that has helped you become successful at what you do? I believe just being able to present my authentic self and helping people feel comfortable enough to tell their story. You know, if people don't feel comfortable around you, even people who are just meeting me for the first time, they don't feel like I'm trying to use their story I'm not trying to weaponize their story, because people do that nowadays, weaponize people's stories. I am not trying to do that. I'm trying to learn from their story, and I'm trying to use their story to bring down artificial walls. Question number 3. What's your favorite memory of Africa? My favorite memory. It's 2. One is what's currently going on in Sudan. There's been a bunch of military coup this year and coup d'etat. And being that I grew up in a country that experienced, I had about 4 or 5 coups during my time, and not all of them were successful, and were all of them even coups. Well, it was just a way to take out your military opponents or people who you didn't like. You just said they planned a coup and then you will kill them. and there was always celebration on the streets, and people were like, yeah, this military guys, generals coming to change things. This is what we need. And you see all that going on in Burkina Faso. You see that in Guinea. You see that in Mali. People are like, yeah, democracy does not work. Military is the answer. And you know what's coming. It's like it's like time travel. It's not like time. No, it's not. It's just a repetition, unfortunate repetition. But I have hope because yes, I'm sad that people have died in Sudan, by the way, but I am happy at the same time. I have hope because you see people in Sudan telling the military, no, we'll make this country ungovernable for you. And the military took over 2 months ago, and they've continued to protest. No matter how many of them get killed, the military, the civilians, the people of the country are still out there protesting. We want you gone, go back. And they keep insisting, they keep using the language of go to the barracks. You must stay in the barracks. Your job is to be in the barracks and protect us. That is your job, not to rule. Your job was never to rule. And seeing that, and people don't talk about that. People always talk about the nonsense because nonsense is more attractive on social media. People always talk about garbage. There are lots of African countries that have never had a military coup, but people don't like talking about that because it's not attractive on social media. People always focus on, oh, you have to do democracy is not capable, you can't work democracy in Africa. The countries like Malawi had a great election, and Zambia and other places. But Sudan, the people have said, we want democracy, we want to make it work, and we'll die to make it work. And they are literally challenging all powers that be. And I know that they will succeed because now you've put the gun at them. They've shown that, once they've overcome the fear. And the moment they overcome the fear, there's nothing you have. The bully can't bring anything to the table. The bully has nothing else left to bring to the table other than to beg. So that's where the military is at. And seeing how Nigerians couldn't do the same thing, it's the most memorable thing. It's my favorite memory of Africa. And I know it's still ongoing, but it's my favorite memory because we should be talking about that. It should be an inspiration to the rest of the continent. But we rather celebrate or use the people celebrating a military coup in other countries, saying, "Oh, this is the way. France must go." So we plan a coup and brought people who first thing they did was suspend your democratic institution, suspend your constitution. How does that help you? I don't know, but yeah, that was a long answer. Are you a podcaster who does not have a website? You do not know where to begin. You are afraid. You are worried. Well, worry not. Podpage is here for you to start your website. All you need is go to podpage.com. And in less than 5 minutes, you have a website running. There's amazing colors, great templates to guide you. And if you want to go Podpage Pro, hey, all you need to do is hit the c4challenge.com website and check out the code there, C4C, and get your discount and begin. Podpage.com. That's for you. Question number 4. How do you continue to learn in order to stay on top of things within your role? I learn from everything I do, and I learn from my interactions. That is why if I interact with you and you don't bring anything positive to my table, I simply walk away. I no longer have time to want to fight with you. So I don't limit my learning to just reading a book or watching. I learn from watching cartoon. I will learn from watching. I watch cartoons. I watch TV shows. They're all learning. I haven't watched a documentary in a minute, but I learn from all that And if you have a good Twitter thread, like what's his name? He used to be at the Roots. He just moved to the Grill. I think he's now with the Grill. That brother got great. Oh, if I could write like him, man, I'll be in heaven. That's my heaven for me. But I learn from people like that because, God damn, that guy can. Oh man, he's a bald black guy who on Twitter he always, when you see a post from him, it's always like a thread. You're like, oh, here he comes, you know. But I learn from interactions, so my interactions are valuable. That's why I guard it. So when someone comes and all you just bring is conspiracies, bye bye. I just walk away. And if you're only like you see this Joe Rogan thing, a lot of people have actually been promoting him by you want to dunk on him. And, I don't have time for that. I'm not learning anything from that. There's nothing to learn there. So that's how I learn I guard my energy. And my energy means, learning from people who teach me something new, who show the mirror or shine the mirror on me, put the mirror on me, and I can see that, oh yeah, this is where I need to fix, this is what I need to change in my language, in my lifestyle, and in my attitude. So yeah, that's all part of the learning. Okay, final question. Where did you grow up? Went to school? And which career did you pursue? These are like 3 questions. I've looked for a way to make it 1. Where did you grow up? Well, I was born in the city of Jos in the state of Plateau in Nigeria. And I started my schooling there, but I will move to Benin City, which is the city that I've spent the most number of years in Nigeria. And I'll finish primary education there. Well, I finished primary education early because I stopped at primary 5, and then I moved to secondary school, and I stopped at junior secondary. Then I moved to Ibadan. So, I moved. That's 3 cities. So, yeah, I grew up in all those cities. But Benin was if I'm speaking my pidgin English, a lot of people identify me with Benin because the accent is Benin, and then I ended up in Port Harcourt after secondary school, and that's the city that I claim because that's the crew that I really fucks with. And I became a young adult in Port Harcourt. I lost my virginity there, so there's no way I can't claim Port Harcourt. I drank a lot of beer there too, and palm wine. So if you drink palm wine, you've talked to the gods. So yeah, I'm a Port Harcourt boy. Pitakwa. That's it. All right. Thank you for the questions. Looking forward to getting to chat with you more. And yeah, keep the love coming in. So thank you for listening. Don't forget to check out the C4 Challenge. There are other fantastic creators like myself included. And for more of my content, go to www.whitelabelamerican.com. And if you want to get bonus content, join us on Patreon, where there's loads and loads and loads of content, including questions from my Patreons up there. Please, we welcome your support. We have merch. You're not only supporting me, you're supporting Black-owned businesses. And I also give back to fellow content creators of color too, and from minority groups. I am Raphael Harry, host of White Label American podcast. Thank you for the privilege of your company.